Welcome to the Amazing Race Podcast. My name is Jack.
I am Cyndi. How are you today, Jack?
I'm fine.
Cool.
It was a long, hot day here in Raleigh, NC.
North Carolina. Why did you say NC?
North Carolina.
Okay.
I'm just abbreviating it.
Okay. Why can't you just say Raleigh, North Carolina?
Raleigh, NC sounds cool.
All right. Fine.
I'm from the Raleigh, NC.
Okay.
Anyway, so...
hot damn.
Did you enjoy this? I'm just asking you right off the bat.
Well, you know why I liked it.
Because Switzerland.
Yeah.
You've probably heard us mention before, we've been to Switzerland and
Yes.
we've been to Zurich, and I would move there if I could. If I could afford it, I would move there.
Yeah, you couldn't afford it.
Without hesitation, I would.
I'm with you on that. I mean, I wouldn't even think twice about it.
People there are nice.
I miss the grandkids, but I would still want to go.
There's FaceTiming.
Yeah, and they can come visit.
Yeah, they can come visit.
Yeah, they can come whenever they want.
Yeah, they can come and they can ski the Alps or
there you go.
Whatever. So we start off in this leg of the race. They're leaving Uganda for Zurich, Switzerland.
What a difference, huh? In countries, like
from
one extreme to the other.
Yeah, 3,500 miles away, and they have a 6-hour layover, 6-hour wait at the airport. They're going to Glacier Gorge is going to be to get their next clue.
Right.
Nicole and Victor wonder what language they speak in Switzerland.
Well, we can tell you they speak several different languages.
It's 5 different languages. I think there's 2 Swiss languages.
Well, I thought it was different versions of
older and
of
new.
German.
Yeah, maybe
right?
that's what it is. So it's German, French, Swiss, English.
Yeah, no, but I thought they had like 2 or 3 different dialects of German.
Maybe there is, but to me, the safe bet is to speak French.
Right, we realized that. We went there. That it's wherever you go. Even when we were in London, they spoke French.
Yeah, because we were. I said, well, they'll speak English, of course.
Yeah,
well,
we thought the same thing, didn't we?
But but they're the nicest people in the world, and they struggle with us trying to. Okay, we want to go here, but there, and But
yes.
Anyway,
but they speak several languages there.
So I've learned a little French. So our next trip will.
Well, you say what? 2 words?
Oui, oui. Merci.
Parlez-vous français? Is that it?
Parlez-vous français? Yeah, I know some terms.
Okay.
Yeah, I speak French.
All right.
Team Fun, the Afghanimals, and the Riley sisters all sit around and have a cold one.
Yes.
And Team Fun and Afghanimals want to turn Nicole and Victor and Colin and Christy. And they're like going, but they're just playing along. The Riley sisters, but we can't U-turn them. They're our friends.
Right.
We can't.
Because were they both on Big Brother together? Is that what the story is?
I don't know, but there was a Big Brother alliance with the team that went out last week.
Oh, okay.
So they.
I was trying to figure that out. I was like, were they?
Well, they made an alliance. The 3 Big Brother teams made an alliance. So they land in Zurich and take the train. And on the train, that's when the drama starts.
Oh, my gosh,
Rachel pulled Nicole aside.
Right, and tried talking to him.
Said, look, Team Fun wants to U-turn you. Well, they went to Team Fun and asked them about it. And when they confronted Victor and Nicole come up and start talking to the Riley sisters. And the Riley sisters' story changed like 18 different times.
Yes, it did.
It just would have been better to say, look, we were trying to help you.
Right.
But Rachel doesn't work
no,
that way.
Her older, I can't figure out the Rachel's sister is the oldest or the youngest, but she's definitely more logical.
Yeah, she's like,
and yeah, she try to keeps Rachel in perspective and calm down. If she would listen to her sister, I think they'd get a little farther in understanding. Personally, I guess what's the guy's name of that team?
Victor.
We have to verify. No. Just get the information, put it in your back pocket, and don't worry about it. Why do you have to go verify it? Why are you stirring the pot?
Then you know that's the team you have to beat. So I think the Riley sisters were trying to help them.
I do believe that.
I think they were honestly trying to help them and saying, look, this is a team you have to be ahead of.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
But it just got blown out of proportion, and then Rachel doesn't make it.
She doesn't. She doesn't make you want to warm up to her.
No. So anyway,
have a beer with her.
They don't seem to be having a good time at this point. But Rachel insulted them though too, didn't she? Say something. She insulted something, and I was like, that's when Victor said,
I don't get that. They have an alliance. Why are you insulting your
Victor
alliance?
Says, I'm out of here.
Right.
Colin talks to everyone and gets everyone together and they
have
hold
a little
hands
hand, have a little circle.
Feel the love. But Rachel wasn't feeling the love.
No,
it wasn't all of them.
Again, Rachel. Just go with the flow. But maybe that's her character they wanted to have on Amazing
Well, that's why
Race.
she's been on 3 times.
Yeah, it's probably what they wanted to get out of her. Good TV viewing, I guess.
Now the teams have a long run. Tyler and Corey trained for it.
Yes.
They got way out.
They got smart, probably.
They said they trained with backpacks on running.
Makes sense.
And they were way out in front. And I ran in Switzerland. Remember in the...
yes, you did.
And almost passed out.
Yes, you did. Because you were like, we were pretending like we were... Well, what was so funny was when we were in... I don't know if you heard the story before, but when we were in Europe, especially in Switzerland, we kept getting lost and lost. Because we used to watch Amazing Race. We couldn't figure out why people got lost the way they were.
Yeah.
Well, we understood it when we went to a different country. And we got lost constantly. And so our line that we would say when we were getting lost is when we got to finally to our spot, we'd say, Jack and Cyndi. What is it? Jack and Cyndi?
Jack and Cyndi, I hate to tell you this,
you have been eliminated.
Yes.
We would say it every time because we were lost more than we found the places.
But we were Mount Titulus.
Titulus?
Whoops. Titulus. I think it's Titulus. But we were calling
Titus? I don't know, whatever
it was. There was like another 200 feet up.
Yeah, and he wanted to run like a man.
Because
we watched something that year with the couple that were in Switzerland.
And they were passing
out. And you wanted to prove that wasn't the case. You thought they were being dramatic.
Well, no, first I said I want to go. I said, because you guys didn't want to do it.
Right.
I said, I want to go to the very top.
Right. I was like, go ahead, have a good time.
I said, I'll run up there and come back. It's going to be no big deal. I got about 100 feet and couldn't breathe.
Yeah, you understood them, didn't you?
And I'm buckled over. I'm like trying to gasp for air, and the locals are looking at me like stupid tourists. In fact, one of them went by and said, "You have been eliminated." But now I said, so I don't make fun of people when they're running in these different countries.
And we don't make fun of anymore watching them get lost.
No,
because we were lost constantly and understood it.
Yeah, so there you go. Tyler and Corey get to the clue box first. They have to jump off a 70.
They have two options. Two options. Oh no, okay.
It's a free fall from Glacier Gorge.
And I asked you, would you do this?
And I said, yeah.
Because you're afraid of heights. I was surprised you said yes.
I would do it.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I'm not backing out anymore.
No, because like I said in the last podcast, you're on the other side of death. We're closer to death than we were.
So what's the big deal?
So what's the big? No, I don't know about that. But how many times do you have a go around and do that again?
You know, Mandy Moore's climbing the Mount Everest.
Really?
She's at I guess 16,000 feet at the base or something like that.
Huh.
And there's been 11 people who have died on Mount Everest.
I don't know if I would want to climb Mount Everest. That's not one of my goals. But I would do things that maybe in my 20s I would say, I don't want to die.
I climbed a mountain once, Mount Longs.
Oh my gosh,
that's
a street you used to live on. All right, people don't laugh at him. He's not that funny.
I climbed it all the time. Let's see.
You're not that funny.
So it's a 70 mile an hour drop, 400 feet down.
Yeah, well, you notice from the camera guys, when they took it, like it reminded me of like sometimes when our TV, when the football's going so fast, it kind of like blurs.
Yeah.
A lot of times they were blurring as they were going by. Because you can see they were going fast.
What I noticed about this leg of the race, if you were out in front...
You stayed out front.
There was no way to be passed unless you did something stupid.
Right.
Because
I always ask you, because you watch it before I do, and I say, okay, who got eliminated? You, and then you tell me what's going on. And then I kept saying, well, how did this happen? And then you said,
I said, just watch.
And I would go, was it da-da-da-da? No. I know that bugs you about me.
Yeah. But Kyle and Tori, they get a big lead. Corey dropped it, had no problem. He finds his clue, and he's moving on.
Yes.
Now they need to take a helicopter ride to the next location, Bristol Pass. Bristol.
You're better at those words than
I am.
the
writing I didn't write very good.
Okay, good.
But at this point, we're going to take a commercial break. Anyway, so the Team Fun is in second place.
Right.
And then you have Nicole is freaking out. She's before she's even there.
And that's what I thought. I said, because you told me what was going on.
Yeah.
And I go, is this the reason why? No.
Just watch.
So, because I thought maybe she decided not to jump it, and she turned around and went back into line.
Now, to be fair, I probably would have done it, but I would have been Nicole. I would have been... Okay.
Oh, I would have been Nicole, too.
All right, okay. This is going to be scary. I
would have just told him just to push me. I don't know if they're allowed to do that.
Well, I don't know. But anyway, so how Nicole was acting, that would have been me.
I'm with you on that.
Okay, and then Leo and Jamal are in third place. Colin and Christine, right? Christy. Are in fourth place. Nicole wants to back out. If she gets out, and the guy says, well, if you get out of line, you go to the end. And so she goes, okay, no, I'll do it. This is for $1 million. And she jumped.
Yes.
And she did it, and she was proud of herself. But
yes,
still shaking. So good job, Nicole.
Yeah.
The detours it's water power. You have to find 8 names of water basins and how much gallons they hold each one. I thought this one was tough.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I didn't realize when they were doing it that the train ride, they had to wait till the train ride came back up because Jamal and Leo were done first.
Yeah.
And they had to wait.
At least 20 minutes. And
they said at least that. They said they thought it took 15, 20 minutes to get up there.
And watered down would have been I think it took longer.
I would agree it did take longer.
But that's the one I'd want to do because that would be the more adventurous.
Yeah. I don't know if I could have done it, though. The water part just freaks me out.
Yeah, I know you don't like the water part.
No.
But anyway, only 2 teams took the water power. That was Nicole and Victor and Jamal and Leo. Anyway, so Tyler and Corey, they picked Sebastian.
Yes.
They were
a nice, tall, 6'4" guy.
Yeah. And he seemed to have a good personality, too.
He did. He asked when they were together.
And he goes, oh, no.
I know. I thought they were together. That's why I was surprised when they said that. I thought they were a couple.
I didn't think they were.
No? Oh.
But anyway, they love Sebastian.
Yes.
And Sebastian was a good guy with them. Brett and Chris are currently in last place.
Yes.
Because, we forgot to mention that when they were running up there, Chris had to grab Brett's
backpack.
Brett, you are going to take some heat, I think, at the police station.
Oh, yes, he is. How's he running after criminals?
Maybe he's not. Maybe he just sits there.
A detective?
I don't know.
Because all the cop shows I watch, police officers run after criminals.
Well, Blue Bloods, was it Danny Reagan? He was always chasing after
I'm
people.
just saying, how is he running?
When they come up, the Riley sisters and Victor and Nicole are there. Nicole forgives him.
Right.
And Victor says, no.
Yeah.
That's not me.
I go, that's you.
Nope. Yeah, ticked me off.
Yeah.
But now, if I'm in a game, I play the game.
Oh, no. I don't disagree with you. You definitely play the game. You know how to do that.
I would play the game. You wouldn't even know I hated you.
No, you wouldn't.
Until the end.
I would know, because I know you.
Yeah.
But nobody else would.
Tyler and Corey scale down the side of the mountain without a problem.
Right. That was kind of fun. I'm not a rock climbing person. Like, I would, sitting at home, I'd be like, oh, let's go. I would never say, let's go rock climbing. Not even, a second. First of all, I don't want to sweat. I hate sweating.
Yeah.
If I was not a sweater, I probably would do some more things.
I was not a sweater. If more of you were a vest or a jacket.
A sweat. Now you got me saying it wrong. Sweating. If I didn't sweat.
I'm a sweater.
I sweat like a man. I don't sweat like a woman.
Are you an ugly Christmas sweater?
No. But a woman sweats, nice and sincere and pretty. Man sweats like a man, dripping. That's how I sweat, like a man.
Okay.
I'm sure you know that. I hate that about myself.
That's good to know, everybody. Let's see. Becca was scaling down the mountain faster.
I know, she had her arms out. She's a rock climbing instructor,
so
it was probably...
Jamal and Leo choose water power. Leo and Jamal get it on their first try.
Yeah.
What about the suspension bridge? Would you climb that?
Yeah.
Run across that? I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that wasn't that big of a deal.
I know Nicole didn't like it.
Yeah, I know that, but I didn't think that didn't bother me as much. I think it would be cool. It would have bothered me if it was more rickety, and it didn't seem like it was that bad.
I think what you're losing, what you don't get to see because it's going so fast, is the beauty around it.
Yes.
It's so.
I would agree.
The only problem we had when we went up to the Alps, it was overcast.
Right.
So you couldn't
overcast.
You couldn't see very far. In fact, I almost went over the side.
Yeah, you did.
Remember that?
Yes.
I kind of went up.
And it was cold too. We went in Maine. It was so freezing.
Yeah, it was freezing, but still, a beautiful country. Beautiful country, though. Let's see. They solved the problem, no problem. I guess I thought there'd only be 8. You had to line the 8 up, but they had 20 to 25 different ones.
Right.
I was really shocked both teams got on the
I
first
did
try.
too. But then I realized too they already had the numbers there, so they was able to really match up the thing. They already had the amount of gallons that was, or whatever they call it, holding in each of the things, so they just remembered that they could just match it up that way.
Either way, it's still Victor and Nicole choose water power. Team Fun, Colin and Christy are neck and neck going down the thing because Tyler and Corey already got their clue and heading out. Now they have to drive themselves to next pit stop of this leg race, a 600-year-old church.
Right.
And the cars were automatic.
Yeah.
You think they just decided, look, let's just make
we're
the
not
cars
going to be able to do
automatic?
that anymore?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, how many people know how to drive a stick anymore?
Very few.
So, anyway.
But don't you think it's more, like in Europe, don't you think sticks are more common than they are probably here?
I think the sweaters are more common there.
Oh my gosh.
It's colder.
I'm not going to talk.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. Brett was leaning back. I'm leaning back. I'm leaning back. I'm leaning back. I'm leaning back. Oh, God, I'm leaning back.
And then he's, I'm here?
Yeah, I can't make it again. You're here. Oh, okay. I made it.
Bit of a drama queen. Reminds me of somebody.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Yes.
Jackie Drama.
Yes, Jackie Drama.
Nicole and Victor get it on their first try. They're currently in 5th place. This is key to remember. Currently in 5th place. Tyler and Corey win their second straight leg of the race for the amazing race.
All they got was they're like a day at the spa.
Now they're doing that before they go out on the next race.
That's going to make them tired.
Well, they did. They seem happy about it.
All right.
The Riley sisters and Brett and Chris are neck and neck.
Yes.
Fighting for the finish. Let's see.
And I don't understand. Everybody got in the car and not paid attention where they were going. How do they not have maps? Don't they usually give them maps?
No, they didn't have any maps.
I don't want.
Well, it was a 50-50. You go left or right.
Okay.
And it was like you run into the town, but some people didn't. Who asked for directions? It was someone did ask for.
Those guys asked at the beginning.
Is that what it was? And then I guess the rest of the team just followed.
Right.
Went their way. Let's see. The Riley sisters, Brett and Chris, are neck and neck. I thought they were going to catch them. They actually did pass them, but neither team knows where they're going.
Right.
And they were going the wrong way.
So they had to turn around. They finally pulled over and figured that out.
Then you have Victor and
Nicole.
Nick, Victor, and Nicole are going the wrong way. And Nicole said, "Why don't we stop and get directions? Why do we get directions?" So Victor wasn't listening to Nicole. He should have been listening to Nicole. Should have got directions. I mean, if you don't know where you're going. Victor flags down a guy. Brett and Chris get out and they find the directions. They find it going the wrong way, but the Riley sisters cut them off.
Right.
Get back in front of them so they can't get ahead of them. Victor flags down a motorcycle guy, and he tells them they're going the wrong way.
Tells them how to go. Get back. Go the other way.
Yeah, go the other way. Colin and Christy finish in second place. Team Fun in third place.
It was pretty neck and neck.
Yeah, it was. Leo and Jamal, fourth place, right after them.
Right.
Bang, bang, bang. Leo and Jamal, if they didn't have...
Really, I really thought Leo and Jamal would be like number one mostly. I really didn't think... They just did not seem as strong as they used to be.
Well, to be fair, they finished the leg first, but they probably chose... But they would have... If they would have chosen the rock climbing one, they still... Best they could have finished was third.
True.
Because they got their third clue because Jamal's out of shape.
Right.
Leo's been the stronger... Leo's been the stronger competitor.
Yeah, which surprised me.
Victor and Nicole, let's see, the Riley sisters fifth, Brett and Chris sixth in a photo finish. Victor and Nicole last place. Rachel ties the record for legs.
31 legs.
31 legs she's been on the race. So when you hear, like I said, we talked about her last week crying about it. She's been on the race enough to run 31 legs of the race.
Right.
That is pretty amazing.
It is.
She ties the Cowboys and somebody else.
Globetrotters.
Globetrotters. I didn't know the Globetrotters did that many.
I didn't either.
But she's the only female to have run 31 legs.
Yeah, and if she makes it next one, then
if she completes it, I wonder if
be...
that's an omen. If she completes it, does she complete it?
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, but then we have the Riley sisters, Victor and Nicole, kind of bickering with each other on the mat.
Did you watch the Switzerland guy? He looked like he was uncomfortable for him.
Well, he's from Switzerland. They don't.
Oh, you know what we're going to talk about? The helicopter driver. Like, what was he doing when he came out? Which helicopter was that when he was goofing around? Did anybody else see that?
I think it was the Riley sisters. He jumped out and
pretended like he was looking around,
like he had
like a playing gun or something like that.
Yeah,
I go, did anybody notice that watching it? I'm just curious.
I think it was the Riley sisters. He jumped out of the helicopter.
What is he doing?
I didn't know if it was a cameraman or
I don't know.
someone with the... But anyway, he was having fun. And the helicopter ride was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was.
Anyway, so they're bickering back. But then Phil tells them this is a non-elimination round.
Yes.
And the Riley sisters looked ticked.
Did they?
They looked upset. There was no cheering, no response, no happiness.
It is what that is.
So that's what we had. We had a non-elimination round again. I like Victor and Nicole, so it's okay.
Right.
But again, another non-elimination round. You know how I am about those.
Yes,
I'm not going to go into it again because it's just old news. But that's what we had. Did you like these challenges today?
I like these challenges. Yeah. They were fun. They were interesting. They kept me entertained.
Even though once the run was over and the drive, it was only the run and the drive that you could possibly pass somebody.
True.
Because the bungee jump thing, there's no way.
I don't know if I liked it because of where they were at or because of the show. I don't know. I think I probably liked this episode because of where they were at.
Yeah, Switzerland.
Yeah,
and it was kind of cool, and you go, "I'd do that."
Yeah,
I'd do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do we have any feedback or anything like that?
Yes, we do.
All right.
Okay, so we have some feedback here, and I just got to find what I did with it.
Great! Now we got to find out what you did with it. That's the problem. That's not good.
Anyway, where'd it go?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. I found it.
You did?
There
it is. Okay. He found it. He knows what he's doing. He's been on computers for how many years?
This just started last week. Sherry, who posts the amazing artwork.
She does a nice job with all that.
It has amazing, and it's a scene. If you're on the Jane Jack page, it's a scene where Rachel Alyssa and Victor and Nicole are...
She must be computer savvy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know how to do that.
Anyway, that's what the thing is. And she goes, Rachel's smug smile, despite everyone else's body language of stress, it's just one more indicator that she is the least self-aware person I've ever seen on the show. How can someone be so lacking self-awareness when she's been on the show a few times before, assuming she watches the show as she was on, and saw how nauseating she can be when she whines?
Again, I think that's the character they wanted to portray.
You think that's what
I really
keeps
do.
bringing her back?
I think that's why they bring her back.
Because people talk about her.
People talk about her. They want to be. What do you want?
You don't want someone like me who's vanilla.
You know, someone said something to me today, which made sense. Someone said, "What's that?" I go, "Some cereal," and I started talking about the commercial. And the lady goes, "Huh? Bet you're thinking about that cereal right now." She goes, "That was the key." She goes, "That's probably that line." You know, yeah, you're thinking you're just repeating the commercial, but you're thinking about the cereal.
Because you said it today, and I said some cereal.
Yeah.
I say if someone says what's that, I always say
I do too. Some cereal.
Some cereal.
So anyway, I was just thinking this is their way of promoting their program without spending any money.
I guess
It's
so.
their advertising. Rachel advertises for them. People want to watch her be. What kind of train wreck is she going to be today? Is she going to be a crier? We're going to see all that crap. That's what they want.
Okay.
That's my 2 cents.
Then Sherry said, I don't think I would have done well on the water power challenge. My short-term memory is getting shorter. I would have struggled with it. I think I would have struggled with it.
I try to use names like associations. Like if I meet someone, I try to link it with like a friend or a family member or something like that to remember it, or a famous person or something like that. That's what I do.
Okay. And then Sherry says, at the end, Rachel says, if you want to talk about playing the victim, wow, talk about pot calling the kettle black. All Rachel does is whine and complain as if she is the victim.
Yes.
She's too much.
Yes.
Angry face.
Especially, again, you've done 31 legs of the race. Who wouldn't love to be able to be even on one leg of the race?
And then Michael says, so annoying.
Yes.
So we're going to check, see if we have an email real quick here.
Great. You know you're not real quick.
I'm looking for an email.
You're not.
Looking for the email. Amazing Race. If you want to send an email, you can send it to amazingracejc@gmail.com. Once again, it's
amazingrace@gmail.com.
amazingracejc@gmail.com.
Oh, I
didn't know if I said that.
I'm not prepared.
And the phone number is 385-309-0311. Calling time 385-309-0311.
Call anytime with your questions, comments, or theories.
Oh no, we have two.
Ooh.
2 emails. One from Jeffrey. I'm glad I checked.
I'm glad you did too. Thanks, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, hi Jack and Cyndi. I just wanted to comment on the head-to-head challenge on last week's episode of The Amazing Race. It appeared to me that Victor may have been confused about stacking requirements to complete the challenge. I think he may have thought that the drums needed to be increasing size order.
Oh,
you know what? I bet you're right.
I didn't think about that.
In addition to matching colors, similar to a Tower of Hano puzzle. He's got a Wikipedia page. He quickly learned by losing that he only needed to match the colors and the size ordering was not necessary for the challenge.
Huh.
That's my 2 cents regarding the episodes. Thanks for the podcast. Keep up the great work. Jeffrey from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I never thought about that.
That was a great. I never thought that either because I was like, how did he not figure that one out?
I think Jeffrey,
he was doing so well in the beginning. You know?
And then he was, and she was like,
you're right.
here.
You're right. Good call, Jeffrey.
I just thought he got crazy for a second. This one's from Carol. Jack and Cyndi. Finally, an episode to love. The scenery is beautiful, and the tasks were exciting.
You are right, Carol.
I would have been terrified to jump, but it did look like a lot of fun. I need $1 million incentive. I'm so over Rachel and her sister causing trouble and acting innocent about it. I hope they get U-turn next week. They certainly are getting people mad enough to do it. I'm a fan of all the other teams. I'm rooting for Team Fun. Becca was living in her van in Colorado. She's finally moving into an apartment. I'd like to see them win. Loving the podcast and the way you crack each other up. I look forward to it every week. Check out Amazing Race Canada on your YouTube this summer.
Oh, okay.
Gorgeous scenery and fun teams and challenges. Go Team Fun.
Right.
I like Team Fun.
Well, you know what I loved about Team Fun and Becca when they did the jumped off the thing what is that called? Just a bungee jumping thing on or whatever.
Yeah.
She just opened her arms and said, "I love my life," and I just thought that was so cool.
I just thought that was cool.
That was cool. I mean, just to have that moment and enjoy it.
Again, you go back to Rachel.
Right.
You're doing something. Millions of people. Okay, maybe not millions. Hundreds of thousands of people have applied for it to do. You're one of the lucky ones. You've been on it 3 times.
Right.
Stop complaining.
I agree. Again, though, I think they want her because she's a complainer.
I get it, but God, it just drives me.
But you know what? I think she's young. Was she in her 30s, early 30s?
She's old enough.
She is old enough, but sometimes you just take a little bit longer to grow up. And maybe in real life she's not as whiny and complaining.
Maybe she's not, but she has been on every...
Yeah, I've never liked her.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be more mature and all, and see things a little differently than maybe.
But how many people, like I said, we were lucky enough to go to Switzerland, but to go and do those things that we didn't do those things.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to do just amazing different things, and the
Right.
helicopter ride.
Right.
That's a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah, but I think she's petty. So I think or maybe she feels that she is deserving of it because she's been on it so many times, and she is at the position that she's. I don't know. Who knows everybody's reasoning?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to get too philosophical, and I don't want to get off.
All right, that's...
But again, it was my favorite episode. I agree with Carol because the scenery. When I walked in the house today from work, you're like, I go, you watched it. You tell me what's going on. You go, you're going to love it. And I go, because where there I go, and I say right away, Switzerland. You go, yep. So I was like, okay, yeah, I was going to enjoy it. So.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward because she just went to Switzerland and she got to do the thing that we got to do that we did 5 years ago. Was it 5 years ago or 6 years ago?
It was
6 years ago.
6 years ago.
We went to Switzerland. So I'm hearing what her opinion is and what she liked about it too. Because I'm excited.
She's kind of a complainer, so I don't think she's.
So she takes after you.
I'm not.
It's hereditary.
I'm not a complainer.
She's not a complainer. She's nothing like you.
I'm so easygoing.
Oh my gosh.
This is Jack. There's a river flowing.
Yes.
And I'm flowing with that river.
Okay.
I can do the backstroke with it.
I have to say, though, you're probably more at our 33 years together, which I just reminded my husband last week on May 24th. We went out on our first date 33 years ago.
And that's when my hair started receding.
Yes, it did. Anyway.
The first day, because I came home, clumps up my hair.
Oh, shush. Anyway, I realized I've always been the positive one, and you've had to hold up that positivity for the last year and a half. And I'm proud of you.
And it's been terrible.
No, but you've done a good job.
It's been terrible.
I'm giving you credit.
In fact, I did at one point. I said, "Stop your complaining."
Do I complain that much?
I said, "No." I remember I said,
Yeah,
"You need to stop your
You
complaining."
said, "Where's my old Sid?"
I said, "I can't take it anymore. Stop."
Oh, you're all better now.
I got emotional. I started crying.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen a tear in your eye.
Oh, stop that. Jeez. I cried the day we got married.
Whatever. You cried joy. You did cry the day we got married, but you were happy. You remember all the things you said? Or were they lies?
I don't remember.
Aw.
I don't recall. It's that short-term memory coming back.
Whatever. Thanks, Sherry. He's probably having now. Now he's going to use that as an excuse.
But if you like this show, and if you want to help support this show, you can go to jayandjack.com, click on the button that says become a patron, and Patreon or whatever it's called, and you click on that. We'll take up to $1 to $1 million.
Right, and then also the other option is
you shop Amazon,
and which is something that doesn't take much. You just go ahead to again jayandjack.com. and click the Amazon box up in the right-hand column. I do it every time I shop. I just want to make sure that it's working. Not that I shop that much anymore. And then that
Which
way,
is a good thing.
And then sometimes it goes right to your account. And there you have it. There you are.
There you have it. There you are. And there it is. And this time we thank all our patrons, but we're going to thank Tap from Tokyo, Eckhart Rickner Glaffelder, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the Plan, Ed the Creepy Letter Carrier, and Drake the Destroyer. Thanks for what you do, and thanks for everyone we do. And thanks for everyone who listens to us, and thanks for the emails. That was great.
Yeah, that was awesome. Those are good emails.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
And just like I said, every little bit helps. Just tell a friend, and we'll be back next week.
Yes.
I mean, someone's going to get eliminated next week. We didn't talk about this. Well, the spoiler next week? Okay, this is a spoiler.
Oh, the spoiler.
If you didn't watch the previews, just finish the episode. But next week, they're going to have a U-turn,
and it's voiced it out loud, right?
And people it's going to be voted on. Whoever gets the most, I guess, will be the first. Just one U-turn, or is it going to be 2 U-turns?
I don't know. I was just so shocked by it. I didn't really pay attention.
Can you imagine being first to vote? Because you don't know what the other people are thinking.
Oh, that's right.
So I wonder if it goes from your position from first to last. So if Corey and Tyler finish first, do they get to vote first or last?
Oh.
I think they should. To be honest, to be fair, what they should do is the team that finishes first should have their opportunity to choose to go first or last, and then the second team can choose when they want to go. You should be able to choose on how you finish.
Yeah,
the
but I
race.
think what do you do when you get to the end?
Well, at the end, you don't have a choice.
Right.
Victor and Nicole don't get a choice, but I'm going to say right now, I think Rachel and Alyssa, the Riley sisters, get U-turn.
I would probably agree with you there.
I think people. I think people are done with them. They're going to get U-turn.
Yeah.
So that's what we're thinking. Again, thanks for listening. I'm out.
I should just say hasta luego and goodbye.
No, I'm just, I'm
Oh,
out.
bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Hasta luego and goodbye.